Here's a list of the top 10 ugliest American cars ever made. If you happen to own one of these vehicles on this list, let us know if you agree or if you're offended in the comments section. Pontiac Aztek. The 2001 Pontiac Aztek just might be the ugliest American vehicle ever. Nothing can make this vehicle look good, not even Heisenberg. But apparently there were only a limited amount of 3-spoke rims to go around. Pontiac only sold 108,000 of them over a 5-year span. The designers of the Aztek were inspired from a concept vehicle that combined the style of a car and an SUV together. The third generation Ford Taurus. This Ford Taurus is what happens when you combine a blobfish with an ugly politician. Surprisingly, some people don't mind the way this car looks, which means some people will literally drive anything no matter how it looks. But if you're watching this and there's one sitting in your driveway, don't worry, you're not alone. The Mercury Sable was designed to look exactly like it. The Chrysler PT Cruiser. I can't believe it's 2019 and we're still seeing these things on the road. The PT Cruiser is like an extremely ugly woman who happens to have a terrible personality. The only positive thing you can say about the PT Cruiser is that it can go from 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds, if you drop it out of an airplane. Nobody hates PT Cruisers because they aren't reliable. They hate them because they're hideous. The Chevy HHR. The Chevy HHR is the PT Cruiser's ugly stepsister. Seriously, if you ever thought that these ugly cars look related, it's because they are. The HHR and the PT Cruiser were designed by the same person. Brian Nesbitt designed both of them. If you own one of these and you think it looks good, you just have bad taste. The HHR was probably made just to see how stupid people can be and how advertising works on them. The first generation Jeep Compass. Not only was this so-called Jeep horrible mechanically, it looked horrible from day one. To be honest, it doesn't even look like a real Jeep. And instead of off-road rated, it only looks mall rated. It almost looks like a Dodge Caliber with a Jeep grill on it. Seriously, pictures of the Compass don't do it justice. They're 10 times uglier in person. The Chevy Malibu Maxx. Chevy has made its fair share of dumpster fires, and the Chevy Malibu Maxx is definitely one of them. I can't tell if it's a wagon or a hatchback. The rear axle looks like it sits back too far. The entire car looks completely ugly and cheaply made. I'm thankful I don't see much of these cars on the road now lately. The Pontiac Transport. Of course, everyone agrees minivans are unattractive, but this has got to be the ugliest minivan ever made. The Pontiac Transport looks like an oversized handheld vacuum cleaner. This van looks like a failed spaceship design, and despite the horrendous aerodynamic front end, the Pontiac Transport only averaged about 17 miles per gallon. The Chevy SSR. Are you 70 years old and going through a midlife crisis? If so, then this truck car thing is for you. The Chevy SSR was another retro-style design that at no surprise ended up being completely ugly. This ugly truck is the type of vehicle a contractor would use to drive to your house to give you an estimate on your new kitchen. The second generation Dodge Durango. Whenever I see one of these Dodge Durangos on the road, I instantly feel bad for the owners. This second generation of Dodge Durangos makes me wonder if Dodge hired interns to design them. The headlights blend into the fenders, and the tail lights flare out on the rear fenders, making this SUV look entirely too tacky. Unfortunately, Dodge sold over 391,000 of them in the US, so it might be a couple more years before we don't have to look at them anymore. The 2020 Chevy Silverado HD. For the most part, we think of newer vehicles getting better and slicker looking as we advance further in time. But as for the 2020 Chevy Silverado HD, things just got uglier. As if square wheel wells weren't enough to make you gag, they're now making the face of the truck look like something only a mother could love. Do you agree with this list? Did we miss any that you think we should have shown? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching.